In the heart of the Caribbean, a call echoes across the globe, a call for a momentous homecoming. This June 16 to 19, join us in Montego Bay for the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. Jamaica extends a warm invitation to its global family for a gathering like no other to foster dialogue, development, and cultural immersion. This first in-person forum in 5 years offers a unique opportunity to explore innovative solutions for national development and to forge strategic alliances. We will address vital topics at the intersection of Jamaica's progress and the unique experiences of its global community. This conference is more than just a meeting.
Hello. Hello, good evening, everyone. Right, let me welcome you to the 10th Jamaica Diaspora Conference kickoff here in the great city of Miramar. Could you put your hands together for this amazing city? So I'm going to go through the list of dignitaries. I'm not going to be able to call every name, so don't blame it on anyone except for me, because the cataracts are totally covering my eyes. But we, of course, you know, we are here this evening under the distinguished patronage of the Honorable Minister of State, the Honorable Orlando Tarralong. Is that better? Oh, wow. Oh, man, amazing. Right, the Honorable Minister of State, the Honorable Orlando Tarralong, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. We also are here with the Mayor, the Honorable Wayne Messon from the city of Miramar. And we also have Vice Mayor Alexandra Davis from the city of Miramar, as well as we also have Commissioner Yvette Coburn. Seated directly next to Commissioner Yvette Coburn is Commissioner Max Chambers, and in his absence, Commissioner Winston Barnes. We also have here with us here today, perhaps the Dean of the Florida group of Caribbean politicians, Commissioner Hazel Rogers, all other elected officials. I know we'll get a chance to acknowledge you a little bit later in the program, so I apologize for that. All members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Chairman of the National Diaspora Conference, Legacy and Premium Partners, diaspora leaders and diaspora members, friends of the diaspora, persons who are joining us online, we thank you for being with us here online at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this 10th biennial kickoff ceremony for the Jamaica Diaspora Conference 2024. When the first Diaspora Conference was held, in that year, the number one song of that year was the song Lean Back by Fat Joe. If you remember the video for that song, that song started out with a little young boy sitting on a stoop in New York, and someone asked him, "What are you doing over here?" And he says, "I'm holding this spot for Fat Joe." Well, when someone asks you as a Jamaican, as a member of the Jamaican diaspora, "What are you doing over here?" tell them that you're holding the spot for all the Jamaicans who aren't here. Put your hands together for yourselves. Now, this is an important evening. It's an important evening in part because of the date on which it's being held. It's being held on April the 18th, which has very great significance for the island of Jamaica and, in fact, the world. If anybody remembers that it was on this date in history that Rhodesia transformed and became the independent nation of Zimbabwe. And it was on that, and why is that important to Jamaica, the fact that Zimbabwe would have gained their independence on that day? Well, during the Lancaster Accords, which were negotiated by then Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Michael Manley, but not only was he intricately involved, the Jamaican people intricately involved in the liberation of the folks in Zimbabwe, but also the only and the first person that they asked to perform at their independence ceremony was none other than Bob Marley. So you can put your hands together for yourself and the wisdom in us being here today. And of course, you know, the name Zimbabwe literally means great stone or special stone city. And it's important for us today as we celebrate at this diaspora conference, because in the same way at that time, when people thought of Africa and all the 54 nations on the continent, they thought of people living in huts, and making silly comments and not being able to make complete sentences. However, Zimbabwe, which is the name given by the Shona people who are from there, are people who had built the great Zimbabwe Empire, an empire that's over 5,000 years old, and that was a great city that had over 10,000 people living therein. Why do I say all of that? Because in the same way that people may have underestimated the island of Jamaica, but Jamaica today, Jamaica's economic freedom score is 68.1, making the economy the 34th freest nation on the 2024 Index of Nations around the world for economic freedom. The Jamaican economy has surpassed its pre-pandemic levels, expanding in real terms by 2.9% year over year for the entire year of 2023 and the first 3 quarters of this year. And the purchasing power of Jamaicans has increased tremendously. In fact, the official amount says that the Jamaica GDP is 29 billion at the end of 2023. However, the World Economic Forum maintains that the GDP of Jamaica is somewhere in the $42 billion range. So put your hands together for all of that. All right, let us now begin. Of course, the next voice that you're going to hear is the voice of an attorney like myself, Miss Anne-Marie Clark, Esquire. You may, if you would like to have your attorney also be your pastor, then she's the lady for you. So could you put your hands together as the Reverend Anne-Marie Clark, Esquire, comes to open us up with an invocation.
Wow, I guess I should say, praise the Lord, everyone. To God be the glory. And we'll just invite God's presence, that everything that is said and done here will be a blessing to each other and to glorify God in everything that we say and do. Just bow your heads with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, as we come together this afternoon, this evening, we want to thank you for your love. We want to thank you for your faithfulness. We want to thank you for all the wonderful blessings you have bestowed on our lives. We know and we acknowledge that we're not worthy. But besides that, God, you still bless us. You still grant us favor. And as we come together as Jamaicans or others who have interest in our homeland, we pray that you'll give us clarity. Each presenter who will stand before this audience, I pray, dear Lord God, that you'll give them clarity, honesty, and help us to have receptive hearts. Bless every home that's represented here. We thank you for the city of Miramar, Mayor Messam, and all the commissioners that are gathered here. We thank you, dear Lord God, that we are allowed to have freedom to express ourselves. And we want to thank you, God, that you have allowed us to come in this fashion. Bless every speaker. Bless everyone that's under the sound of my voice. And we ask, dear Lord God, that this event will give you glory, will inspire us, and to help us to have clarity in everything we say and do. Bless our singers. Bless everyone that will be in the forefront participating. We thank you for our Consul General Oliver Mayer and his team that has put together this wonderful event. We ask you to bless every home. God, there might be challenges here, but we know that you are a God who loves us. You care for us. And so we put everything in your hands and we give you all the glory and all the praise. And we say thank you, Heavenly Father, in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so very much. We're going to call up the South Florida Caribbean Chorale and Steve Higgins. In keeping with that theme of the rock, the last time someone named Steve appeared in a government building in the book of Acts, the 7th chapter, he was stoned to death. But I'm confident tonight that that will not happen because he's here with the South Florida Caribbean Chorale, who are very good singers despite Steve. Put your hands together as they come.
Thank you, my brother. Good afternoon, everyone. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem of the USA, followed by the national anthem of Jamaica. USA, USA. singing of the national anthem of Jamaica.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil cause. Be a light without us. To our leaders, great defender, grant wisdom from above. Justice, truth, heal us forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stern response to duty's call. Strengthen us the weak to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father, grant wisdom from above. Justice, truth, yours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love. Thank you so very much. If you could give another round of applause to Steve Higgins, Jamaica's premier tenor, and the South Florida Caribbean Chorale. Oh, sorry. Did you? Right. In May of 1955, 7 years before Jamaica gained its independence, there is this tiny, sleepy city of 200 people was founded here in South Florida, known as Miramar. Today, that city is much larger than 200 people. It boasts a mayor and a group of people, of vice mayor, commissioners, and a group of people who are amazing, to say the very least, about them. They've grown the city and expanded its influence and reach in ways that could not have been imagined in 1955. We have a mayor of the city who not only is a star football player and a business owner running a multi-million-dollar company, but he's also one of the first Jamaicans to run for President of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, could you put your hands together as the Honorable Wayne Messam comes along with the Vice Mayor and the Commissioner of the City to address us this evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the Diaspora Satellite Launch of the Southern USA 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference in the beautiful city of Miramar. To the Honorable Minister of State, Mr. Tarlong, to the Consul General Jamaica here in Miami, Mr. Oliver Mayer, all elected officials, dignitaries, residents of the city of Miramar, visitors, and the members of the diaspora that are viewing us virtually online, we bid you happy spirits, goodwill, and a great and amazing launch to the Diaspora Conference. I'm Miramar Mayor Wayne Messam, and on behalf of our 150,000 residents here in the city of Miramar, myself along with my colleagues on the Miramar Commission, would like to not only welcome you here to the city of Miramar, but we also would like to extend the best greetings to the diaspora, to the Jamaican community that helps make South Florida a sweet little place outside of the island we love, Jamaica. In the city of Miramar, we are the only United States municipality that has an entire elected body who are either Jamaican born or of Jamaican heritage. And we represent not only the legacy of Jamaica, but we do that by representing a very diverse community that are not all Jamaican. We have residents from all walks of life, many various countries, and we know that we have the pride of Jamaica, but have the capacity to represent a community that is not only diverse, but also loves the Jamaican culture. So on behalf of our community, we welcome you. Now, I see a few purple ties in the place for the right, that are in the room. So, but don't worry to all of the KC old boy. This mayor is not a JC old boy, although I have on a blue tie. So we recognize the rivalry, and we know that the spirit is true. And we just enjoy all of the alumni that have the experience of having events here and are our residents. But in terms of the diaspora, we have a very important role, not only here locally in our communities, where we are business owners, we are contributors to our society in all forms. We are an integral part of life, not only here in Miramar, in South Florida, and in America, but we have a duty and responsibility to do whatever we can to not forget back home, and to help and to support as much as we can. So as we are living our daily lives, do know that we can always do more to unite as a community, as well as to give back to our home back in Jamaica. And on a note, in terms of the Caribbean diaspora in general, I would like to take this opportunity while I have the attention of the Jamaican community. We cannot forget our Haitian brothers and sisters that are fighting for stability in their country, and we are asking us to help amplify the conditions that are in Haiti, so that we here in the diaspora can do what we can to show that Jamaican spirit, to reach across and show that brotherly love of support as our brothers and sisters who were the first free republic in the Western Hemisphere, that we honor that legacy. And we already know the connection between Jamaica and Haiti. So enjoy the rest of this evening. And on behalf of the Miramar City Commission, we welcome you. Have a good evening.
Wagwan. That was way too formal for me. But anyway, it's good to see so many yellow and green colors represented here. There's an orange over here, which is always welcome. Because guess what? We like the colors of the rainbow, right? We ain't partial. I've been going to the Jamaican Diaspora Conference. This is going to be my 5th year, so that's over the last 10 years. And regardless of party, I always have a good time. In fact, I get so much well-needed information from the conference that if you haven't been, I would suggest you sign up for this year's conference. How many of you have been to the conference? We should have more of you there. Our population here in the city of Miramar is probably the 9th largest Jamaican population in the country. And there are a lot of resources that you can bring back for our residents, many of whom don't necessarily go back on an annual basis and could use the information that we get from the resources in Jamaica and we bring back here.
Over the years, we've had athletes that come over here and they participate after the pen relays. Of course, recently we brought Reggae Month from Jamaica here. And it really fits in well with our community, which, as the mayor mentioned, is very, very diverse. And so for those of you who haven't brought your home yet here in Miramar, which is always welcoming to you, we suggest you leave from where you are and come and live with us here. Because as you know, we do great events, we have a jolly good time, and we're welcoming to everyone. And so as you listen to the keynote speaker, that's going to be Minister Terry Long later on, hope you can get information that you can use and sign up, and I'll see you at the next conference here in June in Montego Bay. Thank you so much. Before I go, I do want to make sure we mention our city manager, Dr. Roy Virgin. He's also Jamaican. Let's give it up for him. He runs the day-to-day operations here, so thank you for all you do, Dr. Virgin. Thank you. Commissioner Coburn.
Thank you. I think this works. Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, that was supposed to be walk on, sir. It is always a pleasure and an honor to welcome Jamaicans here in the city of Miramar and to host these amazing events whenever we can. And today is no exception. Like the mayor said, either we're from Jamaica or we have Jamaican descent. And I am proud to know that I am of Jamaican descent and that we have the honor and the privilege of being able to have events like this, to be able to host the kickoff of the diaspora here. So I welcome each and every one of you here. I thank you for being part of our community. And we know that not only do we represent the city of Miramar, but as Jamaican descent, we represent the diaspora. So we work to make you all proud. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Good evening, everyone. Anyone from Clarendon? Anyone have family from Clarendon? All right, big up. I know protocol already established, but I just want to announce, thank you. I just want to acknowledge Mark Douglas, one of our commissioners here from City of Sunrise, and also a big-time attorney here in South Florida, and also Mr. Maury Wright from this great city of Tamarack. All right. I look over to my left and I see our former mayor of Broward County, Dale Holness, VC Holness. And I'm gonna be a little bit biased. There's a gentleman here, I don't know if he left. And I have too much respect for him and respect for all the military personnel and whoever had served in the military, because my daughter is in the Navy serving on a submarine. And this gentleman had served as a fighter pilot in the Navy, Mr. Stanley Campbell. Is he here? He left? He's here. Okay, Mr. Stanley Campbell, Jamaican descent. And he is the father of AI technology that a lot of us are using today, especially with the US government and so forth. So we want to thank him and acknowledge him. I know he's back there. You know, to be from the hills of Clarendon, to be here to celebrate with all of you, the Diaspora Conference kicked off right here in the city of Miramar. I just want to say a little prayer for Mr. Oliver Mayer. Our Father, give us this day our daily bread, because our Consul General, Oliver Mayer, had brought the diaspora together right here in Miramar today. Thank you, Mr. Oliver Mayer. Thank you.
Before we leave, and Mr. Minister, the CG did not ask me to do this, but Oliver Mayer came to our community 5 years ago, and time has passed that fast. And when I say he's perhaps the most effective Consul General that has come to South Florida, And not in just his representation of Jamaica and fulfilling his duties, but he really has integrated into the community in so many aspects, as well as working with his peer consulates representing other nations. So we don't take your service for granted, Mr. Mayor, and we thank you for all that you do for the community. And for all of the ladies that were asking me earlier about the First Lady, she did slip in, and Angela is right there, and I want to say hello to her as well. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Hi, thank you so very much, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Commissioners. Really exciting. On the 3rd of October in the year 2018, Jamaican Diaspora members did not know what to expect here in South Florida in terms of who would be coming to replace a long-established Consul General here. And on that, right after that appointment, this gentleman came who is a noted Jamaican thespian, who, if you've ever seen him act, and he acts all the time, right? Very genuine, but he's always acting. He's someone who has achieved everything that there is to achieve in terms of the private sector organization of Jamaica in all of these different private companies. And then he came here to South Florida, appointed over these 12 southern United States, as well as Cayman and the Bahamas as Consul General from Jamaica. And he's really taken everyone by storm. He goes by the name of R. Oliver Mayer, but just so that everyone knows, Roderick is what the R stands for, Roderick. But the name that I'd like to focus on is his name, Oliver, because you see, Oliver comes from the olive tree and what that means to all of us throughout the world. You see, his name literally signifies peace, dignity, and friendship. It is my esteemed honor to welcome to the podium at this time, to introduce to some and to present to others the great, perhaps the greatest Consul General that South Florida has ever known, Mr. Roderick Oliver Mayer.
If you love Jamaica, no man, keep it going, man. If you love Jamaica, just put your hands in the air right now. Everybody. Yes. I promise I won't sing, but guess what? And I will. Yes. And what? Pull up. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a big round of applause. I will have a lot of money to pay back after that great introduction, but I want to thank you. All right. Thank you very much. So let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say a big thank you. I've been here for 5 years. Yeah. First of all, I want to thank each of you for coming out here, being here in person. For online viewers, I know you had some challenges. You can go to Irish Times, right, or Pure Jamaica. But thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, this community has simply been amazing. And I want to tell you how much I love and appreciate each of you. Thank you for being so supportive. And thank you for supporting Jamaica. This community here, Broward, well, the launch happening here in Miramar, part of Broward County, has more Jamaicans in this county than any other county in the United States. Allow that to sink in. And so this region has become more and more important. And I want to thank all of you for your ongoing support. Thank you for being here. And I want to thank you for agreeing. Just do this for me. Everybody do this. Everybody just do that for me. Thank you for agreeing to sign up and come to Jamaica for the Diaspora Conference happening June 16th through 19th. It's going to be amazing. The last time the last in-person conference in 2019 was fantastic in Jamaica. You're going to meet a lot of friends that you're going to keep for life. You're going to have parties in the night, you're going to have engagement, you're going to make business connections. And why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? We're doing this because we love Jamaica and we want to give back support to Jamaica and Jamaicans. I want to welcome, we have welcomed all of our dignitaries, several others to be mentioned, and we have some gentlemen who, I'm going to be prophetic, will rise up in short order from commissioner to mayor. We'll call a name. Wow. But so, Mark, good to see you, my brother. I think that one flew over his head. Mr. Minister, thank you so much for being here. You have hit the ground running as our Minister of State in Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Your work is already being appreciated by the diaspora. You're engaging. The people love you already. In fact, I think you start to rival me here in South Florida, so I have to watch out for you. But let's give our minister a big round of applause. Just since he arrived Sunday night, we took him around. We met with our Doctors Association here. In the morning we went to Mr. Yap, Lisa International, large agricultural company, because we're promoting agriculture. That's a big deal for us. And already in the room, some deals were struck. We visited Memorial. We're working on an MOU. Memorial has been one of many hospitals here, but they've been very supportive to our healthcare system in Jamaica. We went today to the Broward Sheriff's Department and just saw the power of technology, and already we have been working together and we plan to deepen that relationship. And I want to thank the folks on the ground. Of course, our matriarch was with us, Hazel Rogers. Mrs. Hazel Rogers was with us today. Let's give her a round of applause. And I can never forget Mr. Dale Holness, who is always so supportive of all of us here in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, this nation, Jamaica, little but we, little but we, and I'm going to just call some names, and I want you to say Talawa, because Jamaica did not just become great because of our current leaders. We're sitting on the backs of some stalwarts. I was proud just 1 month ago to speak in Atlanta at the same podium that our first national hero spoke at, Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, in the same church in 1921 at the same podium. And a Jamaican who was at the forefront of creating a movement that has liberated thousands around the world, a Jamaican out of St. Anne. And we have so many Jamaicans that we can be proud of. And I see Mark, I don't know why I feel like a little rhythm here would be good. That was what you said, Talawa, with me. I'm not going to sing today, right? But anything else I want you to say Talawa, all right? We'll come to have a good time, you agree? Talawa. Bob Marley, Talawa. Marcus Garvey, Talawa. Miss Lou, Usain Bolt, Claude McKay, elected official, Prime Minister, your CG, one up, pull up. All right, you know me, I have to touch up the thing a little. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all about unity. As I close, unity is very important for us at this time. My favorite team in the World Cup, don't get vexed, don't get vexed. Bad mind, please don't allow bad mind to come in the room. My favorite team won the World Cup this year. but they had to do it as a team. Every player, Ginger, I see you. Every player on that team was important, and every player played a role in that team winning the World Cup. It was not about Messi alone. He needed a team. Everybody in this room is important. You each have your contribution to make. We each play a part on Team Jamaica. You agree? Yes. Each person here has a critical role to play, and unity is important. And I'm going to give 5 quick reasons why you should go. 5 as in high five. 5 reasons why you should go to the conference this year. 1, you. Acronym for unity. You're going to get unparalleled engagement, connections, and fun. N, it's for national support. It's about Jamaica, about us supporting Jamaica and Jamaicans. And N, the N is also the fact that it is near. Let's jump on a plane. 1 hour down to the conference. E is the thing, right? Then I, it is important. We've had a 20-year movement now here in the diaspora since 2004. This is our first conference, in-person conference since 2019. And it's an opportunity for a lot of linkages and connections. It's also, the I is also for invest. The time to invest in Jamaica is? No, that sounds thank you. The time to invest in Jamaica is? No. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't go too much into it. But Jamaica enjoyed 20 quarters of economic growth before the pandemic. I get in the wrap-up signal. And after the pandemic, we have enjoyed over 10 quarters of economic growth. Put your hands together for Jamaica. The T in unity is the themes that will be covered. Peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. And Y in unity is yields. What do we expect to get? Stronger national development, collaborations. It's part of our civic responsibility, assisting education and promoting peace and unity. So ladies and gentlemen, now is the appointed time. Today is the day. Get on your phone and register. No time to lay. Great engagement, connections, and fun await you on your stay as you head down to the 10th Biennial Conference in Montego Bay. One love. Thank you. I also, of course, want to save it for last. Nobody didn't signal to me for this one. Special big up to members of the consulate at the city at the bar. Let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. R. Oliver Muir. Isn't he amazing? Right. We want to thank everyone who's joining us by the various social media platforms here this evening. Just a note to the technical team, I'm being informed by text that the Zoom link is not connected, so you might want to check on that for us, please. Thank you so very much. And if you are online or you're here in the house, we would encourage you to use the various hashtags to highlight our meeting throughout the course of this evening. Hashtag Jamaica Diaspora, hashtag Diaspora Homecoming JA, hashtag United, hashtag Peace, hashtag Productivity, hashtag MFAFT, hashtag Diaspora Jamaica, Diaspora Homecoming JA. All right, you got all of those? And you're sending it all out right now, is that correct? All right, on February the 16th, in 2019, you heard him here sing for you a little bit this evening. But for the first time ever, a Consul General from the Consul General Corps here in South Florida participated as a crooner in singing along with the next voice that you're going to hear from, Steve Higgins. And on that date, he showed South Florida and the entire Jamaican diaspora that he is more than just the Consul General. He is more than just a thespian. He's more than just a titan of industry. He's more than just all these accolades that we've given to him. He's also an amazing crooner. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as Steve Higgins and the South Florida Caribbean Chorale comes to do a rendition of Jamaica Land of Beauty.
Thank you, Mr. MC. I don't know if everyone knows this, but when the selection committee in Parliament in before independence, before they selected Eternal Father Bless Our Land, the song Jamaica Land of Beauty was one of the submissions for the competition. Did you know that? Everybody gone home. You knew that? Okay, one person knew that. All right, so we'll do Jamaica Land of Beauty right now. Music by Paulette Bellamy.
Jamaica, land of beauty, we promise faithfully to serve thee with our talents and bring our gifts to thee. Jamaica, we will always in honor of thy name, work steadfastly and wisely, and never bring thee shame. From riverside to mountain, from Canefield to the sea, for hearts salute Jamaica, triumphant, proud and free. Together in our country, in love and brotherhood, we work and play in freedom as all God's children should. With hearts and hands united, give thanks for everything that God has given to us. Together let us sing, from riverside to mountain, from Canefield to the sea. All hearts salute Jamaica, triumphant, proud and free. With hearts and hands united, in thanks for everything that God has given to us. Together let us sing, from riverside to mountain, from Canefield to the sea. All hearts salute Jamaica, triumphant, proud and free. Proud and free.
Thank you. And as the choral leaves, we're just going to do the last one.
This a long time, girl, we never see you. Come make me hold your hand. This a long time, girl, we never see you. Come make me hold your hand. Everybody, we let Junker sit on the tree top. Pick up the blossom, make me hold your hand, girl. Make me hold your hand. This a long time, girl, we never see you. Come make me walk and talk. This a long time, girl, we never see you. Come make me walk and talk. We let Junker sit on the tree top, pick up the blossom, make me hold your hand, y'all, make me hold your hand.
It's a long time I never see you. Come make a wheel and turn. It's a long time I never see you. Come make a wheel and turn. We make jungle see on the tree top, pick up the blossom, make the whole your hand, y'all. Make the whole your hand. Make a wheel and turn till the tumble down, make the whole your hand, y'all. Make a wheel and turn till the tumble down, make the whole your hand, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Steve, and the South Florida Caribbean Chorale. The next speaker that you're going to hear from is someone that needs no introduction. The last time we had a community organizer, he ended up becoming president of the United States. Well, the next speaker is a community organizer. He's someone who is involved in everything, anywhere having to do with the Jamaican diaspora. I believe we can claim him as a JCO, but that doesn't matter. He's great anyway. Sorry, I know Campion is very good. The Honorable Mr. Tarralong, very good school as well. But ladies and gentlemen, could you put your hands together as Mr. Peter Gracie, the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, Southern USA, comes at this time. A thunderous round of applause for him. Fervent opus in campus, my brother. Fervent opus in campus. Work is burning in the fields. Minister, it's great to have you here. Council General, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, all protocols already observed. The 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference stands as a beacon of hope and unity and progress for our Jamaican community scattered all over the world. However, I'm sure you guys have been seeing the news lately and watch what's going on, you know. So, but amidst the anticipation of the excitement surrounding the conference, there are voices that seek to undermine the significance and disrupt the harmony that we strive to cultivate. There are those who sow seeds of doubt, propagate misinformation, and attempt to tarnish the integrity of the conference. But let me be unequivocally clear. We cannot afford to heed to the noise of those who seek to divide us. We cannot allow their rhetoric to deter us from the invaluable opportunities that this conference affords us. For it is within the halls of the convention center that we have the power to effectuate meaningful change. It is there that we have the platform to amplify our voices, share our experiences, and advocate for the issues that matters most to us as Jamaicans. As we embark on that journey together, let us remain steadfast in our resolve to defy the detractors and uphold the integrity of this conference. Let us seize the opportunity to reaffirm our unity, our resilience, and our collective strength. Let us stand shoulder to shoulder as Jamaicans, as proud sons and daughters of Jamaica, and let us propel our community to new heights of success and prosperity. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mr. Gracie. The views expressed by anyone at this podium are not necessarily the views of the Jamaican government or the Jamaican diaspora, except for what Peter Gracie says. All right then, thank you, Peter Gracie. Most attorneys, as you know, are amazing people. However, there is one young lady who is more than just an attorney. She not only went for her JD, but she simultaneously worked on her MBA at the same time, which is a Herculean feat. I don't know how she accomplished this, but she is just one of the most amazing Jamaicans that I've ever met. Ladies and gentlemen, could you put your hands together as we welcome Miss Renee Miller, the Global Jamaican Diaspora Youth Council, Southern USA.
Good evening. Good evening, fellow members of the diaspora. It is great honor and boundless excitement that I stand before you today representing the vibrant and spirited youth of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council. As we gather here at the satellite launch of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, I am eager to extend an invitation that resonates with the hopeful heart of our island nation. Our beloved Jamaica, a tapestry woven from threads of resilience, culture, and spirits, is on the cusp of transformation. This year, our conference embraces the theme, United for Jamaica's Transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. It is not just a theme, it is a call for unity, action, and a pledge toward a brighter future for our homeland. I extend this invitation not just as a formality, but as a heartfelt call to everyone. Come join us from June 16 to 19 in Montego Bay, where we will lay the stones to build bridges of peace, carve out paths towards greater productivity, and uplift the voices and hands of our youth, the custodians of Jamaica, the custodians of tomorrow's Jamaica. As the Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council representative, I see the fire of potential in the eyes of our young ones. This energy is ready to be harnessed into initiatives that drive, change, and ignite progress. Our commitment at this conference is to empower them, to ensure that every Jamaica feels seen, heard, and equipped to contribute to our nation's journey towards peace and prosperity. Let us unite under the Jamaica sun this summer to celebrate our heritage and to pledge our collective efforts towards a transformed Jamaica that shines brighter than ever before. Your presence is invaluable, your contribution significant, and your potential to make a difference limitless. Thank you for being a part of this pivotal moment. We look forward to welcoming you home, where together we will step down to peace, productivity, and power of our youth. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Renee Miller Esquire. The griots in the African tradition have always been those who keep African history alive and who pass it down to other generations. Well, Jamaica has had a distinguished history of having griots. This evening, you're going to get a chance to hear from a group that was started approximately 8 years ago. It's made up, although they're not all here today, just a few, made up of elementary school children, middle school and high school children, under the distinguished leadership of Miss McCreary. They sing and perform to Afro beats, they dance, and they do poetry, but most importantly, they keep the Jamaica cultural heritage intact. Ladies and gentlemen, could you put your hands together for a performance by Drumming Fingers.
Hey,
Thank you so very much. We've been amazing. There are very few people who ever make it to become a member of the chartered group of bankers in London, England. However, one of our sponsors here this evening, one of our amazing sponsors from VM, the chairman and president of that organization, VM Group, and the conference chairman for this august event here this evening. He's unable to be with us here this evening, but he sends his regards, and you'll be seeing him when you go down for the conference in Jamaica. Could you put your hands together for Mr. Courtney Campbell? And now we're going to ask you to turn your attention to the screen as a woman who needs no introduction, Miss Hazel Mirage, who is one of the legacy partners here for us this evening. She serves as marketing and community consultant for Grace Kennedy Remittance Services, and she gives and gives and gives to every philanthropic organization here in South Florida. Put your hands together for Hazel Mirage.
Good evening. All protocols observed. On behalf of the entire Grace Kennedy family, I bring warm greetings and immense excitement to this momentous occasion, the launch of the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference in Miramar, Florida. Grace Kennedy is deeply honored to serve as a legacy partner for this conference since its very beginning. This year's theme, United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Prosperity, and Youth Empowerment, resonates deeply with us at Grace Kennedy. It reflects our shared commitment to building a brighter future for our beloved Jamaica. Here, united by our love for the island and a common vision, we embark on a journey of collaboration, innovation, and unwavering solidarity. This conference serves as a powerful platform to harness the strength of our unity and collective action in driving positive change across our nation. Peace, prosperity, and youth empowerment are indeed the essential pillars for building a better Jamaica. Whether through philanthropy, entrepreneurship, or advocacy, your individual and collective efforts continue to make a profound impact on the lives of Jamaicans, both at home and abroad. Your roots are firmly planted in the vibrant soil of Jamaica, and now is the time to nurture that connection through investment. Your expertise, resources, and passion can drive transformative change. Let us harness the power of our collective potential and build a stronger, more resilient Jamaica. As a company with deep Jamaican roots and global reach, Grace Kennedy is fueled by the strength of the diaspora as we strive to achieve our 2030 vision, becoming the #1 Caribbean brand in the world. On behalf of the entire GK family, I want to extend a big thank you to every member of the diaspora who has supported us along our journey, from purchasing our Grace food products to sending money back home through Western Union. Together, we are making a meaningful difference in the lives of Jamaicans everywhere. On that note, I extend a heartfelt invitation to all Jamaicans, near and far, to join us in this landmark staging of the conference. Together, let us unite for Jamaica's transformation, working hand in hand to build a nation we can all be proud of. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Hazel Raj. Another legacy partner, of course, is J&M Money Services, and Ms. Maxine Hines, who has served in every executive position for this amazing organization, is going to be speaking with us this evening. Ms. Maxine Hines is a Regional Manager, USA Southeast for J&M Money Services. And we know she's important because she has her own music.
Sweet Jamaica in the one move. Help me with my song and let the people they come sing along. Take up your cuttle and your shovel in your home. Take up your books, the people let us go. Call up the youth and brother let us show. Sweet Jamaica, we really want to grow. If them a dreadle knock around them, make them come.
A pleasant good evening to all that's here or who are here. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to our Master of Ceremonies, the Honorable Orlando Terry Long, State Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Consul General Oliver Mayer, city, county, and state representatives, fellow legacy partners, sponsors, partners, members of the diaspora, and my fellow Jamaicans. Good evening. It is an absolute pleasure to bring you, on behalf of the Jamaica National Group and our CEO, Honorable Earl Jarrett, greetings. This year's staging of the biannual Jamaica Diaspora Conference is a milestone event that celebrates and strengthens the profound bond between Jamaica and its family across the globe. As we gather here, we are reminded of its resilience, the vibrancy, and the unwavering spirit that defines the Jamaican people, no matter where we are. The upcoming conference holds immense significance. It is a commemoration of a decade of collaboration and unity under the theme United for Jamaica's Transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. We believe this year's theme is a wonderful selection as it summarizes our collective mission, a mission to uplift, to empower, and to continue transforming our beloved Jamaica into a beacon of prosperity and opportunity for all. The Jamaican Diaspora Conference is a testament to the enduring ties that bind us together, ties of culture, of heritage, and of shared dreams for a brighter future. Our presence here today reaffirms your commitment to the advancement of our homeland. At the heart of our theme lies a call to action, a call to come together, united in purpose, to address the challenges facing Jamaica and to seize the opportunities that lies ahead. Peace, productivity, and youth empowerment are not merely aspirations. They are the pillars upon which our collective success depends. As this conference marks its 10th occasion, this year also holds special significance for the Jamaica National Group as we mark 150 years of service in August. And our mission over these almost 15 decades, though we have evolved over the years, remains the same at its core, which is to enrich the lives of our Jamaicans wherever they are, wherever they find themselves residing in the world, so that they can contribute vibrantly to the development of our nation. As we celebrate these parallel milestones, let us seize this upcoming gathering as an opportunity to forge new partnerships, share ideas and best practices, and to harness the power of our collective skills and resource to effect positive change. Let us make this 10th biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference another dynamic and impactful one, so that together we can build a Jamaica that is prosperous, peaceful, and brimming with opportunity for all. Let us roll up our sleeves, work together, united in purpose, united in passion, and united in our love for Jamaica. One love, and may this conference initiate sincere actions that will rebound to the achievement of our many possibilities. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Regional Manager Maxine Hines, J&M Money, connecting people and communities globally. Another legacy partner that you're going to be hearing from here this evening is none other than, I believe, is a Miramar resident, Miss Suzette Rochester Lloyd. She's Chief Representative for VM Group. Florida, put your hands together as she comes at this time.
Thank you. Good evening, specially invited guests. As all protocols have been observed, the VM Group is very pleased to return as a legacy partner for the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. We're confident that all attendees and participants of this year's staging in Montego Bay will be well rewarded and that there will be tangible outcomes that will help to transform lives. As we gather from different corners of the globe, let's seize this historic homecoming opportunity. Whether you're of Jamaican descent, residing outside of Jamaica, or within the island, or a friend of Jamaica, your participation matters. Let's unite, collaborate, and shape Jamaica's transformation together. The diaspora marketplace will also offer significant value for business owners to make transformational connections with other Jamaicans living across the world. In particular, the VM Group offers a diverse range of products and services to support your financial well-being. For example, as you can see from my banner here, savings and home loans, wealth creation, real estate, business and corporate solutions. So if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, we offer tailored solutions to enhance your business's financial health. From business loans to cash management services, we're here to support your growth and success.
Savings and home loans. Whether you're saving for a rainy day or planning to purchase your dream home, our savings and home loan solutions can help you achieve your goals. Wealth creation. Building wealth requires strategic investment and financial planning. And of course, everyone would love to own a piece of the rock. So investing in real estate can be a lucrative venture. Whether you're interested in residential properties, commercial spaces, or land, our real estate experts can guide you through the process. Remember, financial well-being is about making informed choices and aligning your investments with your aspirations. Let's work together to achieve your financial well-being. Thank you to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, the organizing committee, the legacy partners for making this event possible. May God bless you all, and may God bless Jamaica, land we love. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Chief Representative, VM Group, Florida, Ms. Suzette Rochester Lloyd. And you know that your money's in good hands because she has a hyphenated name, meaning she's originally from Upper St. Andrew. All right. The next voice that you're going to hear from is one of the platinum partners for this August event here this evening. And in all of 2023, the first 3 months of this year, Jamaica has had record numbers of tourists visiting the island of Jamaica. Well, the next voice you're going to hear from is Mrs. Carleen Shakes, the National Regional Sales Manager for the Jamaica Tourist Board. Put your hands together as Mrs. Shakes comes.
Thank you so much. Master of Ceremonies, Minister of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Consul General to Jamaica, commissioners, dignitaries, members of the diaspora, persons joining us online. Greetings. The Jamaica Tourist Board sends heartiest congratulations to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and its legacy partners for hosting the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference in the tourism capital of Montego Bay. After a 5-year hiatus, the historic return will not only explore how we can unite for Jamaica's transformation, but it will also showcase Jamaica's rich culture and picturesque landscape through destination experiences. The Jamaica Diaspora Conference provides valuable information to Jamaicans and persons of Jamaican descent living around the world and how they can play their part in fueling Jamaica's growth and development. We're therefore happy to be a part of the conference return, which will help promote Brand Jamaica as the ideal destination for meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions, our MICE market, along with a unique cultural experience which in turn provide economic benefits to the country. The global value of the MICE sector of the tourism business was US $876.42 billion in 2022. And between 2023 and 2030, it is expected to rise at a compound annual growth rate of 7.5%. Now that's an achievement. And I can tell you the diaspora has contributed and will continue to contribute. This conference will help us to tap into this extensive and lucrative tourism value chain. It is only fitting that this conference will be held on island, which is symbolic of the trust that is placed in the country's ability to host events of this magnitude in a safe and friendly environment. Just last year, Jamaica's visitor arrivals were approximately 4.1 million, which represents a 16% increase over 2022. And in the first 2 months of 24, just the first 2 months, we welcomed 1 million visitors. Now, This speaks to the high level of confidence that is placed in the destination and its product offerings. Jamaica's tourism industry relies on events like these to discuss and strategize on ways to contribute to the country's growth and development. The implementation of the strategies conceptualized from the conference will enhance the destination's tourism offerings and increase visitor arrivals and earnings. The JTB remains committed to supporting initiatives like these that provide value and aligns with our mandate to bring heads to beds. Our warmest congratulations again, and we look forward to this partnership with the ministry and a very successful 10th staging of the Jamaica Diaspora Conference. Thank you all, and we look forward to seeing you in June.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Caroline Shakes. We appreciate that. The next voice that you're going to hear from is someone who you may, if you have been watching Black Enterprise, the interview that they did with this gentleman, it was so riveting, you couldn't turn away. He is the chairman and CEO of Blue Maho Capital, but he always introduces himself as a philanthropist. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and a pleasure to introduce to you here this evening, Mr. David Mullings, Blue Maho Capital.
Good evening, and all protocols observed. I chose that song for one reason and one reason only. I don't know how much of us as Jamaicans know that when the Berlin Wall fell, that was a song they started singing. They stood on the rubble and they were singing every little thing. Gonna be all right. That's how big our culture, Jamaican culture is. And that's what this diaspora conference represents. Most of you in this room may not know. I came here in 1996 after leaving what I consider to be the best high school in the Caribbean based on CXC results for probably the last 25 years. And it is not a purple tie because of that. I came here in 1996 after leaving fifth form at the great Campion College. A few years after Minister Terry Lunge, a lot of years after Honorable Oliver Mayor, and our current Minister of State as well, Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith. I came here to Kingston 21, because that's what this is. This is Kingston 21. When I was in Pembroke Pines, my first job ever was up the road right here, Hiatus and Pines Boulevard, at what is now an AT&T store. It used to be a Blockbuster Video. And in 1997, Marlon Hill saw a letter I wrote to the Gleaners editor about giving back to Jamaica and sharing ideas, and he wrote me into this diaspora movement. I got to serve as a youth representative for the Southeast USA under Marlon, under the most honorable Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller. I was then elected to serve as the first future leaders representative for the entire United States on the Diaspora Advisory Board under he didn't say most, Honorable Bruce Golding, Prime Minister of Jamaica. So I've been a part of this since 1997. I've been to many conferences. And there's one reason that I decided to ensure that Blue Maho Capital, and I would recognize a team member of mine, Tanya Peralto, our investor relations specialist for retail. We had a discussion. In all the years I've been going, I've never seen diaspora companies sponsor the conference. We might sponsor some people to go, but we didn't jump up and share the stage with these companies. I'm now in a position to do that. As of next week, Blue Maho Capital has a public offering available to U.S. persons, $10 a share, $500 minimum. We'll be the first U.S. company exempted by the SEC able to raise money from regular people, promote it, to invest back into Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. As of next week, we get to do that. We will list that company on the NASDAQ later this year and become the first listed company outside the Caribbean that's investing back into Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean. So we buy shares in the company, we invest in Jamaica, we're building affordable houses, and we're going to do more. So here's what, in January I was in Jamaica for our campaign alumni event, and the Minister of State, Honorable Kamina Johnson, was there. And I got to talk to her. And she said, David, you come in the conference? Yes. You bringing people? Yes. You sponsoring? Nah, I don't know. And in talking to her, the fact that she's willing to engage with me, and encourage me to say, don't just come on top, put your money where your mouth is. Show people that you came through this future leaders thing, this movement, into the board. You're a part of it. You're now investing down there and giving people a way for them to invest down there. We can issue bonds, so we could do a diaspora bond from the private sector. But here's what I love the most. The government of Jamaica is going to be listing some entities on the Jamaica Stock Exchange over the next year or more. There are going to be entities that you can get to see. Investment opportunities in Jamaica. You know what I keep hearing from people? David, the Chinese are getting this thing, and the Saudis are getting the special treatment. The Spanish is not true. There's no special treatment. But if you don't come to the conference, you can't just read the paper, come to the conference, and you're going to see what opportunities are available in Jamaica. And then don't come to me in December and say, I never know this was for sale and that I could invest in Bath and I could go and do this infrastructure deal. They listed Wigton. I don't know how many people in the diaspora bought. They listed the Trans-Jamaica Highway, 100% of it. No debt. The government listed it and paid off the debt. We get to own a piece of that. They're going to list their 19.9% of JPS. There's a lot more that they're going to list. National Solid Waste Management Authority is up for privatization. We, the diaspora, can put our money where our mouth is, invest in Jamaica to ensure that it becomes the place, what do you say? The place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. So I want to big up all of my existing shareholders in this room, because we have a special treat for you when you come to Jamaica at this conference. So please, guys, support the conference. Tell your friends and family you're going Mobile June 16th to 19th. Them can take it to the beach afterwards. The last thing I'm going to say before I leave here and give the stage to the Honorable Minister is that we are now the 10th largest shareholder in K-Lee Group. They own Usain Bolt's Traction Records. There's a Traction Records in Montego Bay. So expect me to do a little thing during the conference while we're there because we need to support Brand Jamaica. That's all I want to say up here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. David Mullins. We're indebted to you as one of the Platinum Partners. In case you're wondering, as you're sitting here at the Diaspora Satellite launch for the Southern USA 10th Biannual Jamaican Diaspora Conference, how do I register for that? Well, you would register for that by going on the link diasporaconferenceja.evenbright.com. diasporaconferenceja.evenbright.com. All details on the conference, hotel partners, and the registration platform are contained on that site. The conference costs a measly early bird rate of US $160 for 3 days, and the conference is running from June the 16th through Wednesday, June the 19th. And then there's a Diaspora Day of Service that everyone looks forward to. That will be held on Thursday, June the 20th. The hotel partners are not some pion-pion hotel. I'm told that they are Iberia Star, Ocean 10 Hotels, Ocean Eden Bay, Ocean Cold Springs. Details and all for the bookings can be found on the diasporaconferenceja.evenbright.com. Are you still excited to be here this evening? You're going to get a chance to hear from one of the greatest orators that Jamaica's ever produced and that Campion College can lay claim to in just a few seconds. But before he comes, I'm going to ask you to turn your attention to the conference launch video that will take us to the next speaker.
And execute a Diaspora Day of Service activity in a community of your choice. Reconnect with our roots, network, explore business and development opportunities, and re-establish connections, all while savoring local cuisine. Our goal is action. We're not just talking, we're planning, executing, and growing together. Join us as we write the next chapter in Jamaica's story, one of unity, innovation, and collective growth. Register now at diasporaconferenceja.eventbrite.com. Don't miss out. Our early bird special of $160 for 3 days ends May 15. The 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, united for Jamaica's transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. heart of the Caribbean, a call echoes across the globe, a call for a momentous homecoming. This June 16 to 19, join us in Montego Bay for the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. Jamaica extends a warm invitation to its global family for a gathering like no other to foster dialogue, development, and cultural immersion. This first in-person forum in 5 years offers a unique opportunity to explore innovative solutions for national development and to forge strategic alliances. We will address vital topics at the intersection of Jamaica's progress and the unique experiences of its global community. This conference is more than just a meeting. It's a melting pot of ideas and action. Born from an initiative in 1993, this gathering has evolved into a powerful movement that shapes Jamaica's policies and development strategies. From promoting investments to fostering heritage pride, the conference is a testament to Jamaica's proactive approach to engaging its diaspora. While at the conference, take advantage of fast-tracked government services exclusively for attendees. Plan and execute a Diaspora Day of Service activity in a community of your choice. Reconnect with our roots, network, explore business and development opportunities, and re-establish connections, all while savoring local cuisine. Our goal is action. We're not just talking, we're planning, executing, and growing together. Join us as we write the next chapter in Jamaica's story, one of unity, innovation, and collective growth. Register now at diasporaconferenceja.eventbrite.com. Don't miss out. Our early bird special of $160 for 3 days ends May 15. The 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, united for Jamaica's transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment.
All right, thank you so very much. I hope that before you came in here this evening, you had a chance to enjoy some of the treats that were outside, provided by Jerk Machine and Miss Malcolm. Put your hands together for them, for what they've done. But our keynote speaker here this evening is one of Jamaica's heavyweights, although not heavyweight in the sense of me, heavyweight in terms of his heft, heavyweight in terms of his academic excellence, and his ability to speak to people and make you feel as if he actually cares about you, because he actually does. Well, the next speaker that you're going to hear from actually is a graduate of Campion College, where they hold him up as perhaps the most esteemed alum of that institution. Unlike Jamaica College, that has so many others. All right, he has multiple degrees from almost every university in the world. He has degrees from the University of the West Indies at Cave Hill. He is an attorney, and so he has a degree from the Norman Manley School of Law. He also has degrees and certificates from the University of Warwick. Many of you may remember that St. Catherine served as the former capital of Jamaica under Spanish rule. And so this next voice you're going to hear from, he is the Member of Parliament for St. Catherine East Central, perhaps one of the fastest growing MP areas in all of Jamaica, and definitely one of the most influential. Ladies and gentlemen, could you stand to your feet at this time and welcome to the podium the Honourable Orlando Terrelonge, Member of Parliament, JP, Minister of State, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. It is indeed an honor to have you here this afternoon, sir.
Thank you, Oliver, my salutations. My salutations. Mike, I wonder if I have to hold them. Yes, thank you. Do I have to?
You don't have to.
Yeah, it's fine?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Sorry. Go on in. Mike. Yes. Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, George Norman Hemming, and of course I had the privilege of being here last August when we celebrated Independence Day right here in Kingston 21. And of course, Pastor Hemmings gave quite the show. I really, really enjoyed his rather thespian approach to the gospel and of course to how he hosts us all. So it was indeed a pleasure. Good to see you here again. Of course, Mayor who was here earlier and the other elected officials, our own Council General, Oliver Mayer, who has been such, yes please, who has continued to be such a remarkable son of Jamaica, and we certainly laud the work and connections that he has made for our diasporans right here in South Florida. Thanks to you and the team for having organized this launch event for the Jamaica Diaspora Conference right here in the United States of America. Members of the Diplomatic Corps who were here as well, Chairman of the National Diaspora Conference and the team from Victoria Mutual, of course to our other legacy partners from JN and Grace, good to have you here with us. Our platinum partners, the JTB, and of course my fellow Campionite, Mr. Mullings, and the team from Blue Maho. At Campion, we don't speak about purple, even though the ladies wear purple. We say red is strong at Campion College, and red has indeed proven to be very strong by having for the first time ever, how are you doing? The first time ever, we have a company in the diaspora. We have diasporans who have come on, not just as members coming back to Jamaica, but as sponsors. And it really, really does set a historic trend. Please give the team at Blue Maho a round of applause as we look forward to more companies in the diaspora becoming sponsors for the diaspora event. The diaspora event is your event as we engage, connect, and serve to empower you all. Friends of Jamaica, one and all, distinguished guests, and of course, members of our Global Jamaica Diaspora Council and Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council, the one true Global Jamaica Diaspora Council who are here today, and I must thank them both for their message of unity with which they delivered this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us here today. Since assuming this role as Minister of State with portfolio responsibility for diaspora affairs in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, I have certainly enjoyed the privilege of traveling to various Jamaican communities to celebrate with you all, my Jamaican family. Because that is simply what diaspora means. It means our extended family living abroad, and there is no Jamaican household that does not have a member or two living outside of Jamaica. For myself, I have a brother and a sister who live right here in the United States, and of course there are cousins, the aunts, uncles. My grandfather is buried here. My grandmother is also buried here, and so there is that connection that we all share. As we launch this evening's event, I welcome you on behalf of the Prime Minister and the government of people who reside in Jamaica to welcome you, our extended family, back home to Jamaica. The Diaspora Conference is an opportunity to reinforce the message that you belong. Whether you are Jamaican who left in the 60s, 70s, 90s, 2000s, or last week, you belong. Whether you were birthed here, you still belong, and that is in keeping with the message and spirit of unity as we look forward to welcoming you to Montego Bay come June 16th to 19th for this prestigious conference. The conference is being hosted under the theme United for Jamaica's Transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. The theme for me rings home even more truthfully as we look at each other right here across the room. United for one common goal, a Jamaica that wins. A Jamaica that wins is a Jamaica that wins for everyone, whether you're at home or whether you're anywhere in the diaspora, be it in the United States, be it in the United Kingdom, Canada, Africa. We have Jamaicans in Panama, we have Jamaicans in China, Japan, every single corner, all across Africa, every single corner of the world, we have Jamaicans, and we must remain united. Now, I do appreciate that whilst we are united, we all have different views about the future of Jamaica and about how Jamaica ought to be governed. Notwithstanding those views that we share, we must remain united, recognizing that there is one elected Prime Minister of Jamaica, and that is the Most Honorable Andrew Holness. We must also recognize that there is one government that represents the people and their interests in Jamaica, and that is the government headed by Prime Minister Andrew Holness. And whilst we have different views, there are ways to communicate those views so that those looking outside do not see a fractured Jamaica. Those looking on the outside must see, yes, a Jamaica united, and whilst there might be criticisms, that those criticisms are constructive and solution-oriented to uplift our people and to uplift our nation. Criticism that stems from the viewpoint to tear down and to ostracize others. Criticisms that only seek to see Jamaica burn. Criticisms that run with propaganda. Criticisms that spread malicious lies and vicious falsehoods, because in essence that's what misinformation and propaganda is. It is malicious lies and falsehood. Those criticisms serve not to uplift Jamaica, but to tear Jamaica apart. And we have to push back against the negativity, because there are so many positives happening in our beloved home of Jamaica, land we love. So yes, there are some 3 or 5 persons who have created mischief surrounding growth and development in Jamaica. And they will have the rest of Jamaica believe that we are not united, that the entire diaspora is against Jamaica. And I stand here to indicate to you all that in all my travels across the world, meeting every single one of you, our extended family members, you have all indicated we are united to uplift and build a better Jamaica, and we will not allow 3 or 5 persons to speak for 3 million. The voice of the 3 million is represented by 30 on a council, is represented by you in your own individual groups, right here across Florida, New York, Canada, the UK, and Africa, and it is represented by our heads of missions, our ambassadors, our consul generals, like Oliver Meir, who continue to do a sterling job to represent the government across the diaspora. And most importantly, it is represented by a government who believes that in ensuring that we build a better and more productive economy, we will generate the growth and the capital and the money to truly care for the people of Jamaica. As our Prime Minister says, it takes cash to care. And we are the government that is building the economy to create that surplus, so we have the cash to care. So when we speak about fostering peace, there are those who would have you believe that the crime rate in Jamaica is out of control and they're not getting any better, and only we alone have the great ideas. Well, I can assure you that year-to-date statistics as at April 2024 shows a 14% reduction in crime in Jamaica, and that is something that we can all be proud of. Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Security Minister Dr. Chang, they have been working with keen experts, not just in Jamaica, but across the world, to ensure that the requisite technology and skills and knowledge are being put in place to ensure the reduction in crime. And that is how we are fostering peace. We understand that a nation that is at peace is a nation that is going to improve its productivity. And so whilst we are seeing dangerous crimes trending down by 14%, we are seeing investment in the human capital of Jamaica trending by more than 400%. So when we talk about skills training and Heart Institute, the Heart Training Institute is our national skills training agency. And some of you would have left Jamaica in the 70s and 80s. You probably recall the days when Heart started out and Heart was training persons in, let's say, for example, hospitality, so they can work in the hotels. So they would teach the young ladies how to fold the sheets and teach the young men how to be better bartenders. And nothing is wrong with that. My mom sold downtown at the market for over 20 years. That sent me to Campion College and paid for me to go to law school. But the point I'm making, amen. The point I'm making is that in upskilling the labor force of Jamaica, we are now investing in tools of great technology. So our students at Heart Training Institute, they are now learning robotics, artificial intelligence, they are learning engineering, they are learning information and communication skills, they are learning the full gamut of technology, because as a government, we recognize that by empowering our youth, we are empowering Jamaica for a better and brighter tomorrow. And when we upskill our labor force, it means that more multinationals, it means that more local investors, it means that more persons across the diaspora like Blue Maho are going to invest in the growth and development of Jamaica. And so productivity is on the rise because we are investing in our human capital with the upskilling of our labor force. And it gets even better. So I know that Jamaica is still not yet a developed first world country status, but we are developing and we're en route to our 2030 target to leave no one behind. And one of the things that we have been doing is we understand sometimes that when you have these training programs, let's say for example you have 100 persons sign up. By the time 2 weeks gone, you have only 70 going. By the time 6 weeks into the program, you have 30. By the time the program done, only 10 of them graduate from the program or complete the program. And they say, boy, me never have my bus fare for go. Boy, me never have the taxi fare. Boy, me never have the lunch money for go. And what the government is now doing, as announced by our most Honorable Prime Minister, is that persons registered on the Heart Training Program, they are now going to receive in excess of $150 per month to assist them with the transportation and the lunch money. So we have incentivized our training skills program because we don't want to give nobody an excuse, because we want everybody to jump on the upskill bus so that they can arrive at destination 2020 where nobody is left behind. That is a government that cares for the people and its development. Then there is, so you've seen how the united leads to the peace, how the peace leads to the productivity, and how the productivity encapsulates the youth empowerment. And so that is the mission that we are on, to create a better Jamaica. The Financial Times out of the United Kingdom, in an article last year, noted that in 2012, Jamaica was on the brink of economic destruction. Fast forward to 2023, the Financial Times know that Jamaica stands as a lesson to the rest of the world what it truly means to have a robust and resilient economy, and that our economists and financial experts could even travel to Washington, D.C. and teach those boys and girls a thing or two about economic recovery and economic resilience. The unemployment rate in Jamaica stands now at 4%, one of the lowest in the region. 4% puts Jamaica's unemployment lower than Canada, lower than the United Kingdom, and lower than America. That is the work of a government that cares about its people. When Jamaica prospers, our diaspora prospers. Our diaspora prospers because Jamaica now becomes a place that you too can make an investment. And David made a point that I always make. In my travels, I hear people telling me that, boy, Jamaica sell out to the Chinese, and boy, Jamaica sell out to the white man them, and how this now benefit. Has this invested in Jamaica? Has this returned home to speak to Jampro and say, Jampro, where is the next big move that I can invest in? Jamaicans in the United States, and United States, Canada, United Kingdom, across the world, Jamaicans are at the upper echelon of whatever path they choose. There is billions being made by Jamaicans across the world. And we are saying to you, come home, celebrate this conference with us, celebrate what it truly means to be Jamaican, celebrate the greatness that you are, and invest some of that greatness back into Jamaica, so that even though you have arrived, others can come on the bus en route to 2030. So we leave what? We leave no one behind. There you go. And that is our thinking as a government. So we are asking you to come and invest in Jamaica. The construction industry is booming. We have so many non-Jamaicans investing in our real estate, and they are profiting. They are buying a property this year for, let's say, 40 million, and within a year or a year and a half, that 40 million is now worth 60 million because the rest of the world wants to own a piece of Jamaica. Tourism arrivals in Jamaica for this year have already topped 3 million, on record to becoming the highest number of tourist arrivals in Jamaica. There is magic in the air when you just think of Jamaica, and the rest of the world wants to be a part of it. They are investing in our infrastructure. They are buying shares in our renewable energies, and there is so much more. They are buying shares in our agricultural sector. Jamaica's agriculture has had the most phenomenal turnaround for the first time in over 40 years. And we're saying to you that the demand for orchard crops, the ackee, the breadfruit, the pear, and the mango, the demand for these things could make you all multi-millionaires. Grace Kennedy, for example, does not have the supply it needs to supply the rest of the world, because ackee is also seen as the new scrambled eggs for vegetarians. And as the world goes green, yes, as the world goes green, and everyone is thinking about their health, because we want to look, they're going to vegetarian, or they're eating cleaner, and the ackee is now the substitute for scrambled eggs, along with other things. And so we're saying to you all, come and invest, come and speak to Jamper. The experts will be there. I had a meeting, I just came back from London. And as while we were in London, we spoke with several investors. And they want more. They want the ackee for the patty. They want the pear for the avocado and the guacamole, because you have the Jamaicans, you have the Caribbeans, you have the South Americans, the Latin Americans. They all want our products because it is said to be the best in the world. So I want you all to register for the conference, so that you too can say to Jamper, tell me about the housing business, tell me about the technology business, tell me about the renewable energies. Because again, when you speak about Jamaica, this beautiful sunshine island, there is the solar power, there is the hydro, because we have so many rivers and waterfalls and water bodies generally. And then there's the wind factor, the cool ocean breeze generating our windmills. So I have shares in Windton, of course I do. I was going to make that opportunity pass me. I have 3 sons, and I have to make sure that I leave a legacy for them. So I am investing in the stock market in Jamaica, which in 2015 and 2018 was voted as the best junior stock exchange in the world. I won't call his name, but in the audience right now, there is an investor who is doing great things, building houses on top of houses. I won't call his name, but houses and more houses in Jamaica, because he recognizes the benefits and the return on investment. So Jamaica, whilst the sun shines brightly, and whilst the blue waters of our oceans are crystal clear, and whilst the culture is vibrant and the food is exotic and ambrosial, Jamaica is now more than a destination for tourists. Jamaica is now the place of choice for trade and investment. Jamaica is now destination trade and investment because the rest of the world is packing their bags and they're going on planes and they're going online and they're going to Jamaica to reap the gold that it has to offer, the gold that is your birthright as members of the diaspora. And I implore you to be a part of this, your heritage to greatness. As my fellow Jamaicans, I also want to thank you. I want to thank you for the role that you have played in helping us as a government to develop the national diaspora policy. For the last 20 years, our government has made a successive and concerted effort to ensure that we remain in contact with those of you who live abroad. We have benefited from your ideas, we have benefited from your skills and expertise, and of course your individual families have benefited from your remittances, which amount to some 14% of our GDP. What I want to say to you now is very important as well. So while sending money back home to your family members is important, as the economy grows, you're going to receive less phone calls. They're not going to call you and tell you, say, boy, send me the Western Union, not now go on. They're not going to call you and say, boy, beg you look a phone credit now, send on the Digicel, because not now go on. They're not going to call you and say, send the JN money transfer. No. You can say to them, but hold on a second, only for things are going to Jamaica because we have shares and investments there and we are reaping the returns. So no. So you can now take the remittances that you use. I mean, we still want to send the remittances, but you can send a little less now because you can now use some for national growth and development and more investments into your desired fields. But it is truly remarkable how you have helped us to achieve the goals, because our successes as a nation reflect both the successes of Jamaicans at home and Jamaicans abroad. When persons speak about brain drain and oh my God, and they want to put make it a hysteria and again propaganda that so many teachers live in Jamaica, so many nurses live in Jamaica, doctors live in Jamaica, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. If our teachers and doctors and nurses and other professionals, bankers, lawyers, judges, if they didn't leave Jamaica, we would not have a vibrant Jamaican community stretched across the globe. They are our brand ambassadors. Every single one of you as Jamaican is a brand ambassador. And wherever you go with the Jamaican flag and the Jamaican spirit, because Jamaica lives in your hearts and Jamaica lives in your mind. That is a win for Jamaica as well, because you are championing your respective fields and letting the world know that Jamaicans are the best. And when the rest of the world knows that Jamaicans are the best, the rest of the world is going to want to come to Jamaica to learn where the best are from. So we have track stars coming to Jamaica because they want to learn, because we have the best athletes. We have creatives, the singers, the songwriters, the movie part, they're all coming to Jamaica, just as they did back in the days of Ian Fleming's. They're coming to Jamaica because they want to tap into the creativity. We have the investors coming because they want to tap into that trade and investment. And we have students. Parents are now sending their students to the University of the West Indies, which is one of the top 100 universities in the world, at a fraction of the cost that they would pay elsewhere. So we have you, the diaspora, to thank for that, because the rest of the world recognizes, by virtue of the skill sets that you leave with to go wherever in the world, that there is truly greatness in Jamaica. But then for me, the win is that when you return to Jamaica, you return with the requisite skills and knowledge base that you've also learned. So Oliver Mayer mentioned today that we met with members from the Broward Sheriff's Office. And of course, Commissioner Rogers is a big part of that. We met with Colonel Dunbar, we met with Sergeant Weldon and other officials, all Jamaicans. And we have discussed an MOU for the training of officers and for the exchange and the use of technology. There is a system that exists in Broward. You have one of the best security defense systems in the entire United States. And the system is called the shot spotter. I've never heard of the shot spotter before. And essentially the shot spotter is, they have this technology in place in different counties. And if a shot is fired, it goes off. So nobody needs to, because they said 95% of persons do not report shots or if there's a conflict. And the shot spotter, once it goes off, a shot is fired, it can trace where it's going, where it's coming from, if it's a drive-by or a person's running, and it feeds all of that back into technology. So you can see exactly the street, the corner, the location, and then they get aerial support and everything real time. So that's the kind of cooperation we're discussing, thanks to Jamaicans in the diaspora who, by the virtue of the skill set that they have, they are sharing that with us in Jamaica. And so, in closing, I want to note that our successes are your successes. For the first time in over 40 years, we have reduced the debt to GDP ratio in Jamaica, coming from a high of 135 to 140. The debt to GDP ratio in Jamaica now stands at 76, which means that for every $100, yes, for every $100 that we make, whether from the tourism industry or the agricultural industry, we no longer owe $141 or $125 or $35 for the $100 that we make. It means that we now owe only $76, which means there is a surplus. And it is that surplus that we have been using to build out the roadways. It now takes 1 hour from Kingston to Mandeville. It now takes 45 minutes at the entrance of the highway from Portmore all the way to Ocho Rios. It now takes less than 2 hours to get to Montego Bay because we have built out a network. The government has just announced last year as well, reconfirmed this year in the budget, a $40 billion road network expansion. Each constituency, 63 constituencies, each constituency will receive $150 million. And just as we are right here, it will be a consultative approach meeting that every member of parliament must meet and discuss with the constituents, with the communities, which road you want to fix up. Because we have $150 per constituency, a $40 billion project. And for the first time, we don't have to borrow $1, not from the French, not from the Americans, the British or the Canadians. This is all Jamaica's money. A surplus. It is that surplus that we have been using to fix up the hospitals. Cornwall Regional, a multi-billion-dollar project. Spanish Town, multi-billion. KPH, UWI, and every community is going to have a type 4, let me say most communities will now have a type 4 health clinic as well. And a type 4 health clinic is just a level below a hospital. So we are making improvements and advances in healthcare. Our healthcare system is now being digitalized, putting all the records, so it's one patient, one record. So wherever in Jamaica you go, if you go to Cornwall Regional Hospital, but you live in Kingston and they have your health records there at Kingston, tap in the number, everything comes up, your full record comes up. The doctors know exactly how to treat you. Advances in healthcare in Jamaica. Our Prime Minister is so keen on technology to improve our country that for the first time, most countries don't have this. We have a minister with responsibility for the upskilling of our youth, the skills training, and also digitization. I was at a conference in Norway last week, prior to arriving to the UK. The last 2 weeks have been grueling. You know, Commissioner Rogers said, she said, boy, Minister, you look tired. And I said, well, yes, but we keep going. You know, and Oliver will tell you, I got off the plane from the UK, and it was straight to a business meeting with doctors right here in Florida, and then we had an interview scheduled, and I said, boy, Oliver, it is now 10 o'clock, and I'm literally dropping off the chair, so perhaps I could get some rest first. And then the next morning we were going. When I came in from Norway to the United Kingdom, it was literally on Saturday, it was from the plane and straight to celebrate with our family, yes, our family, at the Brixton Seventh-day Adventist Church, and we spent the whole day there in fellowship with them. Because for me it is important that you our family members get to interface with the government and your fellow Jamaicans back home, so we can look at the propaganda, so we can look at the malicious lighting, so you can hear from ministers of government the truth about the growth and prosperity of Jamaica, which is also your growth and prosperity, because a Jamaica that is winning is a Jamaica that wins for all of us. And whilst I was in Norway, my presentation, we had 112 countries represented, and they wanted to hear Jamaica's perspective. And I spoke about our use and reliance on technology and the innovations in Jamaica and what we do with the Heart Training Institute I spoke about before. And they were impressed. It is included in the report that will be presented to the United Nations on April 30th, Jamaica's advances in technology. Because as a government, we believe that we must not only rely on technology, but we must become producers of technology. And so it is that surplus that we're using to ensure that we have all these new programs in place. We're building homes, we're building schools, renovating our hospitals, etc. And I have even better news for those of you in healthcare. The Cornwall Regional in Montego Bay, we're now going to be building a new children's hospital, again landmark. So for those of us who live in the St. James, Trelawney, Westmoreland, Hanover, the western part of the country. If your child gets sick at 3 a.m., you don't have to be thinking about, Lord of God, I have to drive all the way to Bustamante, I'm going to walk up to my pitney. We have secured funding assistance from the Chinese to build a brand new children's hospital in the western part of the country. So sometimes persons say that, boy, not now go on for me, but every time we build new roads, where roads have not existed for the last 40 or 50 years, something now go on, the people are benefiting. Every time we put light and water into communities, because yes, we still have communities that do not yet have light and water, but we have been rolling out a network of communities that have been getting more light and getting water. The people are benefiting. Every time we renovate police stations and fire stations to make them more effective and efficient, the people are benefiting. And as we continue to grow the economy, which is projected come next year, 2025, the debt to GDP ratio will be further reduced to 65. 65! More money to do more things in Jamaica. So, in concluding, again, I want to reiterate the call for all of you to come to our conference. I want to indicate also that the conference was not forced upon anyone by the government or people of Jamaica or the ministry or myself as minister. The conference is a concerted effort that took planning, and we consulted with the diaspora. In the past, we had a diaspora council of 8 members, a diaspora advisory board. We now have 30 members from across the world, including sector leaders in agriculture, trade, investment, crime, education, health. So it's a larger constituted body, and we consulted with them. We had conferences last year in the United Kingdom, in Canada, in Africa, in Western Europe, and we listened to what the Jamaicans in those communities said, and that is how we formed the conference and the different discussions that we will be having, ranging from health, education, agriculture, trade, investment, technology, citizen security. So again, if you listen to the propaganda, you will think that Minister Terrell and Minister Johnson Smith just said, oh, this is the conference and you must come. No. We have been, and 2 of our members are here, and you heard them speaking very boldly. We consulted with members across the diaspora. We took the themes from the conferences we had last year across the diaspora, and we took into consideration also that it must be carefully packaged for all of you. So we even have tour companies as sponsors. So when you come down, you might want to rent a car from Island Car Rentals. You might want to leave the hotel. You might want to go horseback riding. You might want to go to the beach, or you might just want to go look for family members and friends. but the package has been, the conference has been carefully packaged, considering you in mind, and also young people who indicated that, no man, they want some nightlife too, and they want some local day activities too, because they're going to come to the youth-focused panel discussions, but they want something tailored for them. And so we'll work with the JTB as well. But it promises to be the best and most life-changing conference for diasporans, because that is your parliament. The Diaspora Conference is your parliament, where you come and you listen to the Prime Minister and other officials and persons from the full gamut of the private and multi-business sector, including from across the diaspora, experts all. And we get to exchange ideas while you also get an opportunity to invest in Jamaica. I want to thank you all for coming here this evening to listen to me as I speak proudly as a son of Jamaica in welcoming you home. You all belong, and we welcome you home to Jamaica, June 16th to 19th. I thank you.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, don't we agree that that was an excellent presentation? Yes, sir. How many persons here are even more excited about investing in Jamaica? Show of hands. And how many persons will be coming down to the Diaspora Conference this year? No show of hands. Excellent. Mr. Cameraman, take those pictures right away. We're holding you to it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important. This is a movement. Many countries want to have this diaspora movement, and we have it here. We have one of the best. And I want to encourage you to heed the words of our Minister of State in Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, one of the most dynamic speakers. I hear somebody beside me saying, boy, I have to get him on the radar program tomorrow. But facts after facts after facts, Jamaica is doing very well. You can be proud of your Jamaica. You agree? Yes. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to implore upon you today, not just to hear, not just to be hearers of the word, but doers. So register, register, register. Back to the best MC in South Florida. Thank you.
Okay, right. Weren't you just totally excited to be here this evening? This is an awesome kickoff for 10th Biannual Diaspora Conference. All right, so this is the exciting thing. No one left behind. Unity, peace, and productivity. Honorable Minister Terlang, we're just so humbled that you were with us here today on this excellent work. You may be wondering, what does this diaspora mean, right? So the word diaspora, diaspere, comes from the Greek, right? So Greek and Romans would have been persons, and before them Africans, right, who would have been using this word. And the way in which they use it is in the sense of to sow. So what it means is that each and every one of you who are a part of the Jamaican diaspora, you have been sown in the various countries that you're in, including here in the city of Miramar. And what happens after you sow something? You remember back in elementary school when you used to put the little pea inside of a glass bottle? It would start to shoot and to grow, and you'd get a return, right? Well, that's what Jamaica is hoping for from each and every one of you. You've all accomplished so many amazing things here across the diaspora, but especially here in South Florida. So now it's time for the sowing that has taken place in you to come full force and for you to give back to your country. Amen? All right then. All right, I know we have a number of persons here today. Just quickly, before we're going to close in song. Is that all right with you? If you could stand and sing? Because one of the great things about Jamaicans is that we have such wonderful voices. But before we close in singing, I'm told that we have a number of persons who are running for office here. We're not endorsing anyone, but I understand that we have Broward Tax Collector candidate Abi Ajayi, who is here with us here today, if you could stand. And also someone who is in office, Commissioner Mark Spence is here with us, and then a person who's running for the United States Senate, here in the state of Florida. I believe that's Mr. Stanley Campbell. Mr. Stanley Campbell. All right. Largest diaspora in the world are Indians, but that's not actually true, right? because the largest diaspora of people of African descent, because everyone on the face of the earth is descended from this one woman who was found in Olduvai Gorge at the beginning of the Blue and the White Nile on the continent of Africa, because everyone is descended from an African, including all of you amazing Jamaicans. At this time, we're going to call on Murphy Prince to come, and we're going to do something. We're going to ask you to stand. I know it's late in the evening, but if you could stand and to sing lustily this song with us here. One love, one love. Put your hands together as Murphy Prince comes. Wasn't it good to be here today? Excellent. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All proud Jamaicans say, pam, 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 pam. Well, Jamaica, turn up. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want another one better. Hello, hello, hello. Let me show you that one. Want to hear me better? Yeah, man. Mr. DJ, I don't know what you got for me, but I would hope you have something. But you know what? We love Jamaica, I mean, I say out. Them want to move so me can't fly out. But when me do, I have nothing compared to Jamaica. Respect with and banana. Under the tree with a glass of lemonade, jumping at the river when they ready for beard. No boy can sound me out. We no family man, we know we come here to Jamaica. If you love Jamaica, wave the hand up. Jamaica love, I wanna feel. Yeah. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica, Jamaica. One more time, everybody say Jamaica. All right, I think them ready. Jack that next tune for me now. I want to do a little step. Remember, me I take it right back to the 60s. But hold on. Skip that one, not do the one, Lord. Yes, skip it because I wanted to do something, but the time kind of limited. So once I get to the official thing. I want everybody to see what they want to wear their hand. Come on, I want to hear everybody. Come on. Let's go. One heart, let's get together and one more time you say one love. Come on, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel. Let's get together and let them all price on there. Don't you remind? There is one question I'd really love to ask. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has lost humankind just as they deserve? Somebody say one love. One more time. To Jamaica and feel. One more time, one love. What do you say? One heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel. Everybody, let's get together and one more thing now. Let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. So when Jaman come, there will be no more doom. Peachy and grace, the senses will go now. The rain from the Father of creation. Me like on the song, come on. One love, one heart. Come to Jamaica and everybody want to say one love, come on, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel. One more time, come on. Let's get together and thank you so much. We love it. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Big up.
Thank you so very much. Thanks for being here this evening. Thanks for being a part of the satellite launch for the 10th biannual Jamaican Diaspora Conference. Have an awesome evening. Register and shake hands with the Honorable Minister before you leave. Thanks.
In the heart of the Caribbean, a call echoes across the globe.
Pictures, guys, pictures.
Momentous homecoming. This June 16 to 19, join us in Monty.
Sponsors.
Jamaica Diaspora Conference. Jamaica extends a warm invitation to its global family for a gathering like no other to foster dialogue, development, and cultural immersion. This first in-person forum in 5 years offers a unique opportunity to explore innovative solutions for national development and to forge strategic alliances. We will address vital topics at the intersection of Jamaica's progress and the unique experiences of its global community. This conference is more than just a meeting. It's a melting pot of ideas and action. Born from an initiative in 1993, this gathering has evolved into a powerful movement that shapes Jamaica's policies and development strategies. From promoting investments to fostering heritage pride, the conference is a testament to Jamaica's proactive approach to engaging its diaspora. While at the conference, take advantage of fast-tracked government services exclusively for attendees. Plan and execute a Diaspora Day of Service activity in a community of your choice. Reconnect with our roots, network, explore business and development opportunities, and re-establish connections, all while savoring local cuisine. Our goal is action. We're not just talking, we're planning, executing, and growing together. Join us as we write the next chapter in Jamaica's story, one of unity, innovation, and collective growth. Register now at diasporaconferenceja.eventbrite.com. Don't miss out. Our early bird special of $160 for 3 days ends May 15. The 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, united for Jamaica's transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and